The Giants just wrapped up another training camp practice. I'm here with your practice report, Brendan London, along with the Giants beat writer, Paul Schwartz. Paul, it's a brand new offense out there. It's looking like it's a new day within the Giants offense, but who is going to be the signal caller? Head coach Brian Daboll, who called plays in Buffalo, or Mike Kafka, who is the OC, but was a QB coach in Kansas City? Who's going to be calling these plays within this Giants offense?
Brandon, that is one of the questions, certainly, of training camp. It was, I think, 2 minutes into Brian Daboll's first press conference after he was hired, are you going to call the plays, right? So everyone wants to know that. All spring, Mike Kafka has been calling the plays. He is, quote unquote, in Daniel Jones's headset, right? In training camp so far, Mike Kafka is calling the plays. So it stands to reason that they're not doing this to waste their time. You know, I think it will probably be Kafka, and that is interesting because most offensive coordinators, when they become head coaches, they do not want to give them up. That's their baby. You know, you don't give away your baby, right? So, but, and also don't forget, Kafka has never called plays at any level. He was a quarterback at Northwestern. He kicked around the league a little bit, but he learned a lot from Andy Reid, and I think Brian Daboll realizes that you can't be like this as a head coach, right? You can't have your head in that play sheet. So I think Brian Daboll will give it to Kafka. Now, look, we'll see in the preseason. If it doesn't work well, they'll have to make an adjustment. But I think it's a good move because the head coach has to be a head coach. He can't just be the offensive head coach.
Well, you mentioned where Kafka comes from, obviously in Kansas City, where Andy Reid was the head coach, but he was splitting time calling plays with offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy. So you wonder if that's going to translate over here in New York.
Brian Daboll was asked on Wednesday, for the second practice, he's asked, well, are you not dealing with Daniel? He said, look, I'm in Daniel's ear after every play.
Yeah.
He's the offensive guy. He is not the offensive coordinator, but he is his heart and soul is in offense. So I see him communicating with Daniel every second after every play. So there will not be not enough Brian Daboll. Look, it's his offense. We see all this motion. It's his.
It's funny that you speak on that motion. Yeah. His heart and soul in it. He's been very creative.
Yeah.
This offense has been very creative since minicamp when they came, or since OTAs when they came in. We're seeing guys motioning out, Saquon motioning in and out of the backfield. We're seeing trips. We're seeing just a lot of things that Giants fans aren't used to seeing within this offense. What have you made of it? Because you've been here since day one of OTAs.
Well, I made of it, it's a lot, and I think, Brandon, this is the tip of the iceberg, They have not put it all in yet.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot more. This is, a lot of the installation is in, but there is more to come. I was talking to Daniel Bellinger, the rookie tight end, earlier, and I said, boy, this is a lot. He said, we did more of this at San Diego State. These college guys are used to this motion. This is, you think wan'dale Robinson is not used to this? I mean, in Kentucky, they'd have him running all over the place. So I think this is state-of-the-art, modern NFL offense, and I think there will be more of it, and I think it's going to help Daniel Jones. It's going to help everybody. What Brian Daboll said, I thought he used a great word. We want to create conflict.
Yes.
Conflict among the defense that we're not sure what the offense is doing. That conflict can only help Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, everybody.
And you're seeing a lot of that with where he's lining guys up. I saw earlier in a person of three receivers, one tight end, one running back. Saquon was lined up at number one in a tight formation with a receiver in the backfield. The receiver goes on a fly motion. Saquon runs a shallow cross. So you're seeing the creativity there, and guys are being able to be put in an advantageous position to get the best out of their skill set. So let's talk about the guys who have really taken advantage of their opportunities and have shown out within these practices. Who has shown up on your radar in a consistent manner?
Well, look, I said from day one, the first guy I want to see is 89. I want to see Kadarius Toney.
Yes.
I want to see him on the field, number one. No physically unable to perform list. He's on the field. He's not on the PUP list, and he makes the highlight of the day, the first training camp practice with a great catch. He made some plays today. Look, he is a phenomenal athlete. We don't know if he's going to be a great player yet. His rookie season, what would you say, Brandon? There's a couple of flashes here and there,
Absolutely.
but not enough, right? As a player, you have to show it every day. He did not. Now, I did notice today, during the stretching, they play all kinds of music, right? There was some Young Joker music playing. There was some of his music. So, look, he's all in with this. They're all in with him. He's a first-round draft pick for a reason, so he's a standout to me. I like Wan'Dale Robinson. I know a guy you've spent some time with who's about half your size, right? But he caught over 100 passes at Kentucky. He was basically a running back at Nebraska. He looked good in the spring. He looked good in the minicamp. He looks good here. He looks ready, NFL ready. And one other guy I would mention is, look, we talk about all the guys running around, but I'm watching Kayvon Thibodeau pass rush, and I'm watching the left tackle Andrew Thomas.
Okay.
And Andrew Thomas looks really good. Now, Kayvon is giving him maybe his B+ pass rush, maybe not his A+. Andrew Thomas coughing off ankle surgery, I think is finally healthy. And I am really looking forward to that matchup all summer once the pad gets on. That'll be something fun.